Wind Waker is a very colorful and lighthearted game. It thus features a lot of quirky and charming, many memorable and likable characters throughout the main story and its side quests. Many of these have very interesting personalities or stories to tell. Here are my 11 favorite characters in Wind Waker, in no particular order. Lorenzo. Lorenzo is a photographer and picture box vendor at Windfall Island. He's a very calm and knowledgeable person. I like the stories he tells of his adventures while visiting his gallery and viewing the pictures he's taken. It's really interesting seeing Link beginning to work for him as an apprentice and him discussing the pictographs the hero has taken. I also like the relationship he has with Minenko, being friendship or even more. We can only imagine what interesting experiences Lorenzo had while traveling the Great Sea. Mila. Mila has an interesting story and character arc to her. Starting as a wealthy girl, she became poor when her father had to use his wealth to ransom her from Tetra's pirates after being rescued from the Forsaken Fortress. Having to accustom to a life of poverty isn't easy at first. Mila even tries to steal money from Zunari's safe, but is stopped and talked out of it by Link. Later, choosing a more honest approach to earn money, she starts working as an employee for Zunari. On a small side note, the cat noises Link makes when almost being spotted by Mila to avoid her suspicion are one of the funniest moments in the Zelda series. At first, she is arrogant and bossy. After being poor, however, and especially after being scolded by Link for attempting to steal, her demeanor changes to being humble and somewhat polite, indicating she accepted her new situation and life. This emotional growth and small character arc makes her pretty likable and memorable, in my opinion. Medley. Yeah, no surprise with Medley being on this list. I mean, I named my channel after her, after all. Medley is kind-hearted, humble, compassionate and brave. Being the Sage of Earth highlights the important role she plays in the game. I love how you can control other characters than Link in this game, which of course includes her. Holding up reflecting tools together in the Dark Earth Temple has something majestic to it. Her taking action and going into Dragonroot's cavern alone really shows her courage and desire to help her people. I always roleplay Link going berserk out of rage and concern for Medley when he's fighting the monsters who captured her and locked her up. The whole scene of Medley awakening as a sage is such a wholesome moment in the game. Her sailing with Link to the Earth Temple is also a really wholesome moment. The same goes for Makar, by the way, who totally isn't on my list later on. Especially Link holding Medley in his arms. This moment right here is so damn cute. I ship them. To sum it up, Medley's just awesome and such a lovely character. Makar. Makar is a cute character as well. His tiny, little, cheerful, music-loving appearance is simply adorable. Like Medley, he plays an important part in the story and Link's quest, being a Sage of Wind. Him going into the Forbidden Woods against the Deku Tree's warning was not good or clever, to put it mildly, but we all make mistakes. It just shows he has flaws like all of us, which makes him all the more relatable. Link, Errol, and their grandmother. Link and his family are really nice. Their interactions with each other are simply cute, and it's really uplifting to see how they care for each other. I mean, Link went on a seafaring adventure to rescue his sister. That's some dedication to his family. Also, he is really expressive in this game and looks so adorable, especially when he smiles. Seeing Errol writing letters of encouragement to Link and being taken care by Tetra's pirates on their ship is really nice. And of course, Link leaving grandmother at the beginning of the game is so sad. As well as her feeling all alone while missing Link and Errol and having to be healed by a fairy. However, the scene I find the funniest is Link having to wear the iconic green outfit and being totally discontent and grumpy about it. Tetra. Again, no real surprises here. Tetra's sassy and direct personality is really entertaining and refreshing. It's nice to run into and cross paths with them time and time again during our adventure. Tetra caring about Link is sweet. Despite being a Link and Medley shipper, I have nothing but respect for this pairing and the people who ship these two. Unlike a certain other ship. As others have pointed out, seeing Zelda lose this sassiness after her true identity as a princess of Hyrule is revealed is really disappointing. However, her lively and cheeky demeanor returns in the final fight against Ganondorf, so it's something. Zunari. I can't really pinpoint exactly why, but I like him. He's a very busy fellow, running and ever expanding his shop, but a nice person nonetheless. Taking Mila as an apprentice running the shop is really interesting. Helping him enlarge his list of products and making Windfall Island a better place by decorating the town has some charm to it. Also, participating in the auctions led by him, and especially outbidding everyone else, is always fun. Ganondorf. Yep, the Great King of Evil is on this list too. To many fans of Wind Waker, this version of Ganondorf is the most nuanced, with his monologue at the end of the game, where he explains his motives, and I can only agree. I really like this depth to his character, and can understand his motivation of seeking the Triforce to better the lives of his Gerudo people. Part of me really wants to see Ganondorf in this game as a morally grey character. While he unfortunately does kill Naruto and Fado, he spares Tetra and Link, sometimes on multiple occasions. So this is something. Him snapping at the end of the game has a certain sadness to it, at least for me. think the Ganondorf we see in Wind Waker has learned a thing or two compared to his iteration in other games. I just want to see him as more humble in this game. Beetle. At first glance, Beetle is a nice and somewhat quirky sea merchant, using his steamboat to sell his products around various islands in the Great Sea. However, Beetle is also a straight-up badass. Him just buying bombs from Tetra's pirates and not giving a shit, thereby entering economic competition with Bombmaster Cannon, makes this skinny tradesman so incredibly bold. His voiced lines are just funny and entertaining.
Thank you! Bye!
I'm always looking forward to buying stuff from Beetle when I need things. A likable vendor, decent prices, friendly customer service, as well as a membership program? I know where I would buy my bombs from, and so does Link. Honorable mentions. Lastly, I want to name some honorable mentions who didn't really make the list. Salvatore. His usual completely bored demeanor, yet surprisingly enthusiastic acting when Link actually plays a minigame, always cracks me up. Those colorful wooden cutouts are just hilarious. Mrs. Mary. An enthusiastic and passionate schoolteacher, tries to teach the killer bees some knowledge, skills, and, most importantly, manners. Quill. Calm, reliable postbird. I like him calling out Tetra and her crew at the beginning of the game for indirectly causing the mess Link finds himself in, thus forcing them, after the pirates refused at first, to take Link with them. The Deku Tree. Devoted to and cares about his forest children, the Koroks. Funny face, yet very knowledgeable, and proficient in ancient Hyrulean language. Jillian. Works in her sick father's place at the cafe bar. Seems nice. Changed her opinion about Zunari, which shows growth. Nico. Him working at the lowest rank in Tetra's crew and Link smashing his tests of agility is always so funny. Also, the fact that he appears in Spirit Tracks as an old man is just so awesome. This is why I love the Zelda lore. So he's actually one of the very few people who have met two incarnations of the hero, only the hero of Twilight being another case, having met himself, so to speak, and the hero of time. If the theory about the hero of legend appearing in A Link Between Worlds is correct, the hero of Hyrule having met himself and the hero of legend is another case. Todd. His eccentric dancing and personality are just funny. Anton and Linda. At first, these two lovebirds are having a crush on each other, but are struggling to confess to each other their feelings. Link and Lorenzo helping them coming together through the photography sidequest is nice and charming. So, here's my list of my 11 favorite Zelda characters in Wind Waker. Who are your favorite characters in this game? Tell me down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time.